Okay, this could actually be my pickleball show. I've been playing pickleball fucking non-stop. I play almost every morning at 8 o'clock, from 8 o'clock to 11:30. And I play indoors and I play outdoors. You know, now it's cold, so I have to play indoors. And I belong to a beautiful club, 15 courts, indoors. It's just beautiful, and it's open play. And for the people who don't know what open play is, you just sign up and you show up, and you're mixed in with other people, and you play, and everything is doubles. In open play, nobody plays singles, so you only have to cover half of the court. But you're in there with people that sometimes you know and sometimes you don't know, and you don't know how good they are or how bad they are. But give you a little background on me, how I started. I don't know if I told this story, but I was at the gym, and actually I saw an article about the U.S. Open, and the two women that started the U.S. Open pickleball down in Naples, Florida. Well, I happen to know them. They're from racquetball. They're here from Chicago. Chrissy Vaughn is one, and her friend Terry started the whole thing down there. They had all the courts built and all that, and I saw a picture of them, and then I went back and I saw a racquetball picture of them, and it just so happens the next day in the gym, there was a guy with a pickleball shirt on. So, I don't really approach anyone in the gym. This guy was, as I found out, he was 69 years old. I was 68 at the time. I asked, hey buddy, you got a pickleball shirt? And the guy goes on and on and on about how fantastic he is and how he's going to win the 70 U.S. Open when he turns 70. So, okay, fine. And at the end of the conversation, he looks me up and down and he says, you couldn't get a point off me. I said, what the fuck? I don't even know how to get a point. I don't even know how the game's played. I don't know. So he looks me up and down again. He goes, and you got spindly legs. And yeah, he was breaking my balls, and and that's how guys talk, and that's fine. But anyhow, I went out, got a paddle that day, and searched around and found some outdoor courts, and there was a woman on there. It was the first time I saw anyone play, and the women were playing, and one of them left, and and I'm on the court by myself, just hitting the ball to serve, trying to get it over the net. And she goes, hey, we got a group that plays on Tuesday and Thursday. This is all outdoors. And I said, okay. So she invited me, and Tuesday came around, and I went by with my car, and I saw all these people. There were 6 courts there. They were all full, and everybody going back and forth and hitting the ball. I said, oh, shit, I don't even know how to play. So I just kept going. I got in my car, just kept going. Chicken shit. So I actually went back on the other court and practiced again, tried to hit the ball. So Thursday came around, and I went up there, and I really don't know what I was doing, and they just welcomed me in, and it's been so nice. I mean, everyone has been so nice. Even at the level I'm at now, 2.5 years later, everyone's so nice. In fact, if anyone has a reputation of hitting people, it's me. But I don't always mean to hit them. But the good players, yeah, I'm aiming for them. I'm trying to hit them. You hit them. There's a point. And they hit me too. I get hit all the time. And now I'm wearing glasses, and a lot of people don't wear glasses. And in racquetball, we always wore glasses, so I'm fine with it. But anyhow, I play almost every day. In fact, I get up in the morning and I'm so fucking sore. I said, how am I going to play today? So I have a cup of coffee, and then the shower and all that, and then I say, oh, I can play. And I don't know if if anyone remembers that show Slapshot, you know, with the Hanson brothers, Paul Newman in it and this and that. But I started taping myself up. I taped my wrist. I got an elbow thing. I tape both ankles. You know, it kind of reminds of the hockey players, the Hanson brothers, when they're putting on the foil, you know, so they had to fight. Well, I'm putting on the tape. And so I stretch out and this and that, and you know, I show up and I'm actually able to play. And afterwards, I'm so freaking sore. I'm walking out. I need help getting up the stairs and all this. And I recuperate. I recuperate the next day, and I'm able to play. And maybe something I left out is I'm retired now. So I'm on Social Security. Yet I have enough in my Social Security check every month where I don't have to work. I don't have to work. So for, you know, I think I went on Social Security in March. So now it's kind of funny because, you know, I play, I come home, I eat, I rest up, and I get ready for the next morning. And it keeps me going. It keeps me going. It gives me something to do. And it's really fun, and I have a lot of friends now in this indoor facility that I play at, and it's just a good time. It's just a wonderful time. I really enjoy it. It keeps me young. Yeah, 70. I'm young. While we're on the subject of pickleball, I made cookies this year for Christmas. And I brought them to the pickleball people, and they were shaped like pickleballs, and they were green. And I brought them in, and I said, yeah, here's some cookies. And all these people know that I make edibles, but I brought the cookies in, and I was kind of screwing around. I said, hey, here's some cookies. I call them feel-good cookies. Feel-good cookies. And people were looking at me like this. And I said, nah, I would never do it. I would never go in there with edible cookies and pass them off as regulars and have everybody all fucked up all around the court and have the ambulance come and the police take me away in handcuffs. That'll never happen. That'll never happen. But anyhow, I made cookies, and a couple of people had, they were real good, and I gave some out to some other people too, and it was kind of a funny day that day, and I actually still have a couple left, and they're very good, very good.